and towards voting the Democrats every single time without pause pushes a lot of people away from the party. If you rely on that without offering things to people, well, then you're inevitably shrinking your base, he warned. Notice how there is no mention of Gaza in this, even though in our conversation I did bring up Gaza, like I think once overall. Do you want to know why? Because I have the capacity to fucking offer American domestic politics to an American audience that does not give a shit about American foreign policy. Because while I give a shit about American foreign policy, I know my fucking base. I know that a lot of Americans are, little piggies, okay? Little piggies that want treats, that love their little treats and nothing else. And by the way, I'm not even saying it's fucking treats that the Democratic Party is like caving and capitulating to right-wing framing on issues. I think that's a devastating fucking future. But overall, I recognize that most people don't care, okay? Merrick Garland may start to be de-thought about Gaza. New DOJ lawyers internally pushing Merrick Garland to investigate Israel's illegal settlements, alleged war crimes, killing of Americans. Oh my God. Activate Merrick Garland. Holy shit. Dude, lawfare time. Lawfare time. Let's fucking go. That'd be sick. I mean, I doubt he will, but it would be, it's fun to dream. Let a boy dream. Activate the Garland bot, dude. Not gonna lie, I only saw this site posted. It's Zeteo. They do fantastic original reporting. So they're pretty solid. It's from Prem. So I 100% believe it. If he's writing about it, not that it's going to go anywhere, but if he's writing about it, they're probably thinking about it. Biden says he regrets appointing Merrick Garland according to Woodward. Wait, what? Really? Oh, because of Hunter Biden? That's funny. That's cool. I'm leading 64 House Democrats in calling for unimpeded media access to Gaza for U.S. and international journalists. Biden must push for independent access for U.S. and international journalists in the interest of transparency, accountability, and the fundamental principle of press freedom. At a time when reliable information is more critical than ever, restrictions on foreign reporting undermine the very foundation of democratic accountability. Yeah, every time this kind of shit happens, another fucking like Muslim commentator will get banned by the ADL, or another Weather Channel ad will get taken out because they were wearing a keffiyeh. Anyway. Isn't Kamala pretty get on key issues like progressive stances on taxes, healthcare, green investment, freedom of choice, and good historically with unions, Biden? Like she isn't just Trump 2020? That's why I specified that we are in Trump's vision of America in terms of immigration. Okay? And for the record, she literally is running on I'm always pro fracking, I love fracking as a campaign. Now you can say it's because she wants to win. That's Neek Skid. Oh my God, is it? Did he change his fucking name? Because he's writing exactly like this. Oh my God. That's amazing. This community is amazing. I love you guys. Never change, okay? That's crazy. Ay, ay, ay.
All right, now this. 22 minutes before the top of the hour, Lawrence has been visiting blue cities with an exclusive barbershop talk series.
Why'd you have to do the quotes with it?
Because it was in the prompter.
Okay.
And last week, we had a very special guest.
So former President Donald Trump joined me at Knockout Barbershop in the Bronx to talk.
He's gotta feel like he can feel the resentment that people have around him, right? Like, there's no way. Yo, your anti-Semite of the week this week again? Have I been branded anti-Semite of the week again, dude? Damn, 2 weeks? The 2-time champion, dude? What the fuck? Just like literal neo-Nazis in the United States of America. Sam Parker, the nephew of Hamas sympathizer Jake Uyghur, has been on an insane anti-Semitic pro-terror rampage for over a year now, streaming on Twitch. What did Twitch CEO DJ Dan Clancy do about it? Block Israeli users. DanClancySucks.com. Yeah. Good stuff, man. You guys are really killing it. You seem very normal. Nah, they just reposted the old one. Yeah, they reposted the old one. He's absolutely one of the worst. Up there with Hinkle. Hassan the Hun has spread more hatred for the Jewish community than a lot of people, and he pretends it's against the government of Israel and the Zionists. If he knew anything about Jews, he would realize how hateful and disgusting he's being. Stand up to the hate. Anti-racism is in this dude's fucking bio. He's had Israeli citizens and a Knesset member on his broadcast, as well as other anti-Zionist Jews. You're a blue-checked idiot, so you didn't know that. Him discussing gospel with a Jewish lawyer, Lolo overruled. Yeah. It's great stuff. What is this? Aha Kastad? Thank you for the 50 gifted subs. Since it might seem that there's a new barrage of hate coming at you for the moment, here's a small token showing you that there are many friends here as well. Please keep giving voice to the voiceless. I mean, I'll keep doing that no matter what. Now they're going after Twitch's trust and safety employees. Congratulations, you played yourself, Twitch. Yeah, that's what's like. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy that like these people are so fucking unhinged, and I think a lot of people just don't know how they operate. So when they're met with like this onslaught of mass hatred and mass targeting campaigns that they engage in, like, how are there no guardrails against this? There's not really anything. Like, there's not really anything you can do. You just have to wait it out. There's really. And capitulating to them makes it so much worse. What do you do to get past this vial? I imagine, even though it's bullshit stuff like that floating around, add some weight to your days. I'm so used to it after 6 fucking years of endless harassment, dude. So for me, it's like, I don't know. I've figured out like defense mechanisms against it, where I don't know. I just live my life. There's not really anything you can do. I do think that, I will say it like this. I think that there is like, most people look back at stuff like this and laugh at it a year down the line, you know? Cry yourself to sleep, laws? No, I don't do that at all. I live a very normal life, you know? It sucks. It sucks when things get heavy. But again, it's nothing. It's nothing in comparison to the death and destruction that people that I speak out for are experiencing on a daily fucking basis. You know what I mean? It's nothing. Oh man. You know? Oh man, people are once again lying on my name, lying about the things that acting like I believe the exact opposite of the things that I truly believe. See? And then people will go, just your average normal American millionaire. It's like, no, that's not what I'm recognizing the privilege that I have. I recognize the profound privilege that I have. A privilege that you guys have given me by tuning in, by watching, by subscribing. The editorial control that I have is profound. And it's all because of this community that I've cultivated. And that's it. And that's the reason why they can't go after my sponsors, so they have to go after fucking Twitch, which is psychotic. Like, it's insane. Fucking up hundreds, if not thousands of people's lives and livelihoods. You know?
Voters. Here's a look at that.
Nice to see you all. Oh, wow, how are you? Nice to see you. Huh? How good are the barbers here?
Excellent.
I'll bet they're good. Let's see. I can see they're good. They look good to me. Nice soft floor. What's that all about? Why is it so? Wrestling matches. Thank you. Nice to see you all. How are you? Nice
He knows you aren't anti-Semitic, but keeps implying what you said is anti-Semitic. Then he says you used to sneak behind his back and say different stuff to your broadcast as opposed to your show together. It's all stupid, all bad faith. Yeah, Cutie Hassan Rella, thank you for the 10 community gift. This Is this a real barbershop?
Nice to see you. So you the owner?
My son.
Huh? Oh, you did that very nice and easy, huh? Is he as good as you?
Great.
Good. Nice to see you. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. President, you know I've been going to the...
Wait. Ain't no fucking way. What a train wreck. Staging a photo op at a barbershop, Secret Service falling over. Yikes. Wait, no, it's a real barbershop. It's not... They just have like oh my god, is Trump gonna get hit with a Dominican ray, dude? Like Mark Zuckerberg? He would be undefeated. Everybody knows. Everybody knows once you get hit with a Dominican ray as a swagged out white boy, you become too powerful.
The barbershops all across the country.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have a natural conversation, you know, with these folks right here. So this fellow right here, he used to be in law enforcement for some years. What would you say is the most important issue facing the country right now?
For me, it's the border.
Right,
For me, it's the border.
I agree.
And how to control that, how to keep illegal migrants from coming into the country.
Right.
Very important for me. And if I had a question to ask.
Bro, that haircut is ass, dog. What the fuck? I question the integrity of this barbershop. I'm sorry. You know, you could be like, oh, there goes Hassan going after a small black business. But goddamn. Oh no, it started? Bro, don't even do this shit right now, okay? There's a lot of fucking eyes here. There's a lot of fucking eyes here who are like, Hassan is... They're gonna be like, Hassan is trying to get people to write in Kaya Piker.
About it would be, how do we control the city, sanctuary city? Because New York is a...
We get rid of them.
Yes.
We get rid of them because they're sanctuary. You know what they're for? Criminals. And all over the country, the criminals go there. But you're right. You know, the polls are showing that inflation and not the border is third. They have inflation and the economy as the number one and number two issue. I disagree. I think inflation is massive. The economy is massive. But the border to me is like, it's the fabric of our country. And we had the strongest border in recorded history. 4 years ago, you had a border. You didn't have the problems that you have now. Last week, they announced that we had 13,099 convicted murderers released from jails all over the world. You know, it's not South America. It's all over the world, including South America. So I agree with you. I think the biggest problem we have is the border. It's something, and it's also the hardest thing to solve. And the only way you can solve it, you have to get the criminals, the murderers, you got to get them out. You got to get them out fast before they prey on our people. And
that was a big question for me because I'm a retired New York City detective. Right. So in New York here, we've run across that for a long time.
Well, the other problem you have is that you're not allowed to do your job.
Yeah.
And when you were there, you go back 10, 15 years, when you were there, you were allowed to do your job.
Yes.
New York's finest. They're still New York's finest, but they're not allowed to do their job.
So when you were president, I know for a fact, I was able to do three things. I was able to see money, save money, spend money.
Right.
Now in the past almost 4 years now, I'm losing my business basically. The money's just not there.
It's your business?
It's my business. I started it for the past 10 years, and the only time I knew I made it was when you were in office, so I could speak for myself.
Right.
And the thing is, it's like, I don't know what more to do. How can we...
Stop and frisk, by the way, a horrifically racist policy that was struck down by the courts because of its unconstitutional nature, which was an abject fucking failure in terms of stopping, gun violence, because it just simply was a carte blanche approach to allowing cops in New York to fucking stop and detain black and brown people. Their fucking gun apprehensions from stop and frisk was like so unimaginably low. It was crazy.
Make the economy come back.
How do you get to the bottom of this?
So here's what we're doing. Number one, it all began with the oil. They screwed around with what I did with oil. We had the greatest. We were energy independent. You remember back 4 or 5 years ago, $1.87 for a gallon of gas. We actually had it lower than that for your car. $1.87. Now it's at $3.50, but it was much higher. They brought back my policies to break even, but by that time the damage was done, and now you have inflation and you have the cost so high, and they haven't gone down. We're going to do two things. Interest rates are going down. It's going to be brought down. It's going to be brought down fast, but much more importantly and quicker, we're going to drill, baby, drill. You've heard that, right? Drill, baby, drill. We're going to get our oil. We're going to have much more of it. That we're going to do 4 to 5 times more than we're doing right now. We can do that. These people are amazing. They can do it. And we'll be supplying it to Asia. We'll be supplying it to Europe. We'll be supplying it to everywhere. And that's going to bring down prices. It's going to bring down the cost of everything. If you make donuts, when you look at these stores, they have trucks that deliver. They have stoves and ovens. You have your lighting. You have all this, equipment. And all of that electric equipment that he's using on your beautiful head of hair. You have a good-looking head of hair. I'm jealous. Look at that flat top. I'd have a flat top. I wish I had a flat top. You never had a hair loss problem, did you? Lucky. He's one of those gifted ones. Anyway, what you do, those machines are very expensive. They're running the machines, that electric. When that comes down, like in a shop like this, no matter what you do, it's about energy. We're going to bring it down. We're going to get the prices down. How's your rent done in terms of, do you own the store or is it rented?
No, it's rented.
And is the landlord a good guy? Is he okay?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
All right?
Yeah.
Do you cut his hair, I hope?
I mean, he comes in from time to time.
You cut his hair. You know what? If you're as good as your father says, right, and you cut his hair great, that's very important to barber to a guy. So he could be a wealthy landlord, but he'll give you a low rent because having a good barber is a very important thing, I can tell you.
So, Mr. President, you got a young guy.
That's a big...
Bro, you can't say that. Bitch, your hair sucks. Fuck you mean having a good barber is a very important thing to a guy? It's like you've never met a good barber, dog. The fuck are you talking about?
thing, though.
It's a huge thing.
So how has your rent been? So where was it like 5 years ago, the rent?
I mean, the rent was significantly lower. Now it's gone up.
Shut the fuck up, Hassan. Your hair is ass. Bro, there's nothing funnier than fucking trying to defend Trump's haircut. Like, bro, MAGA supporters, please, dude, please. I beg you, open your fucking eyes, dude. You are literally, you have to be hallucinating. You have to be fucking hallucinating, man. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you can point to anything else. Like, you could be like, oh, you just hate how, like, I don't know, charismatic he is being, or how he can just, like, talk to normal folks. Some shit like that. Okay? Like, even that would be wrong, but at least that's, like, a little bit more in tune with, like, things that you can optically hold on to, things that you can fucking see. Trump supporters are so fucking crazy. They just, like, they will defend really indefensible shit. I don't know, like... Yeah, next thing he's gonna be like, oh, Trump's tan? So much more real than your fucking tan, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, Trump, best fucking skin tone out there. From the standpoint of skin tone, it's the best.
$1,200 since.
Yeah, it's okay. It's a big increase.
My issue was more the energy. I've been paying $2,100 since I first opened up. In the last 7 months, it shot up to $15,000.
What?
It's $15,000, and that's
You went from 2,100
to $15,000 in this establishment. Yeah.
How many heads can you take care of? That's
Like super ceiling and he's using for a lot.
so went from 2,100 to 15,000.
Yeah, so they.
So there's an example, though. Energy, right? So energy, when that comes down, ready? I almost hate to say because you'd be at 7,000, right? But your energy bill from January 20th, if I win, we gotta win. And we're, by the way, and we're in New York, and these guys love New York. If we win, oh, I love this guy. Look at that. Give me that hand, I'm gonna sign up. Come on, give me that hand. I love this guy. Thank you very much. That's beautiful. I'll sign yours too. Look at that one. So what?
He's very busy. I don't know why.
He's going to keep busy for a long time. So let me ask you, how much is it like a haircut? An average haircut. Guy comes in, he wants
$30, $40.
Yeah.
Right now.
What did it used to be?
15, 12, 15. Yeah.
We're talking about 10 years ago.
And
We had to make it make sense. You know,
Right.
like we can't charge the regular prices, especially out here in our.
do you have guys like these guys? Do they come in and negotiate the price?
Yeah.
They probably do. I would do that.
What's your question for the president?
What is the plan to do about the food healthcare industry and getting the artificial foods banned in our urban?
Yo, Hassan, based on the sample size, Kamala's getting maybe 10% of the black vote. Trump is winning Detroit, Memphis, and Atlanta. Yeah. Let Republicans fucking delude themselves, dude. Whatever. I mean, to be fair, every time Barack Obama comes out and says shit like, yo, black people, like, black men gotta fucking, you know, not be misogynistic or whatever, like, they probably are pushing, the Democratic campaign is probably pushing some black voters away, but, like, it still doesn't fucking matter. This is like Dems thinking Republicans will vote for them. Exactly. It's exactly like that. Dude, Trump has like 94% approval rating in the Republican Party right now. What the fuck do you think you're picking up? Have you met a Trump supporter? Like, I don't think Democrats have met an honest-to-God Trump supporter. They literally think that they can capture the attention and maybe even the loyalty of some of the most insane fucking freaks out there. They are literally living in an alternate reality, okay? They are not living here. What are you doing? And the other part of this is like, Trump says he wants to do mass deportations. Kamala says, like, we're going to do deportations as well, but we're, like, responsible. You know what I mean? Trump is not. Okay, if Kamala Harris came out tomorrow and was like, we are the party of mass deportations, okay, ain't nobody that is a Republican is going to fucking believe her. They're not going to be like, hell yeah, that's the real mass deportation party. That's what I'm doing now. I'm voting for the Democrats. Like, that's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. Want to see actual polls? Look at Polymarket. Isn't that the fucking betting website, dude? Are you fucking crazy? You think I would ever look at some random fucking betting website as instead of a fucking actual real poll? Like, holy shit. Dude, come on. It's a crypto trading, crypto betting website. Get out of here. Like, those odds are fucking ultimately meaningless because they can be manipulated by like one guy. One fucking dude who has a shit ton of money. Your worst fake? Oh no. Pretty sure they're also backed by Peter Thiel. Oh no. Like, I don't know anything about Polymarket, but I do know about how these fucking websites work, okay? You could just dump like $10 million and greatly improve Trump's odds, seemingly, on that fucking website. Why would you ever fucking take that shit seriously? Come on, dude. You haven't shit on crypto enough recently? Yeah, I know. Because white men are the only one punting crypto in a presidential election? Excuse me. You haven't heard Kamala Harris's brilliant policies about how she's going to protect the crypto assets of black men. They put their money on it, though. It's on. Yeah, who gives a shit? Polymarket and Nate Silver are both backed by Peter Thiel. How ingrained betting has become in our society is wild. I know, that's another devastating aspect of existence in America in 2024. But don't get me started on that shit. Don't get me started on unrestricted, unregulated crypto casinos, brother. That's another reason why I draw so much ire from many different parts of the internet, okay? Come on now. Come on now.
Communities that have less access to organic whole foods.
So, Bobby Kennedy, right? Everybody likes Bobby. And he's so big into the health food and women, things, everything. He wants to...
Bobby Kennedy's big into women. Olivia Nuzzi. That's right. What a smoke show, you see? Olivia Nuzzi. I call him Nuzzi. All right. RFK, so into women. Women things. Olivia Nuzzi, big liberal writer, wanted to do the thing. The ladies here are sophisticated. They know what I'm talking about. They know what I mean when I say they love Bobby Kennedy.
Do things in the environment. And he endorsed me. First time a Kennedy's ever endorsed a Republican. Maybe it's going to be the last, but I doubt it. And he's a great guy. He would be so perfect. He doesn't like artificial foods, and he doesn't like pesticides and all the stuff they put on them.
Bro, you look like you've only eaten McDonald's for like the last multiple decades of your fucking life. What do you mean you don't like artificial foods? Like, what the fuck are you saying? Does Trump eat anything that is not fucking processed? Does Trump eat a single fucking thing? Like, listen. I feel like at this stage, if Trump ate like a real potato, he would perish. Like, his body, your ego is showing. Wait, what? Why? What? I know he's talking about Bobby Kennedy, but like, it doesn't matter. He's like, this is not a thing that he fucking gives a shit about, is my point. You should give more of a shit about the top of the hour ad break, though, which is coming right now. Subscribe for $6 or free with Twitch Prime if you no longer want to see those ads.
Him for 10 minutes. I mean, he says other countries that don't do anything are healthier than us. Okay, we're not that healthy, to put it mildly. So no artificial foods. We don't want artificial. We have plenty of food. The food isn't our problem, and our farmers are great, and our farmers aren't allowed to do their job. You know, our farmers did great. 4 years ago, they were doing just about the best they've ever done. They're not doing well at all now. We're not going to have artificial foods. We don't want artificial foods. We want healthy foods. And a lot of...
What do you mean? Who's we, motherfucker? Are you speaking French? What do you mean? We don't want artificial foods, bro. What? That's crazy.
A lot of things are going to be going. I'll tell you, I'm going to have Bobby Kennedy involved in it. He's a great guy. And even the way when I mentioned his name, all you guys, and you're tough cookies. You know, you wouldn't think, sometimes you'd say, maybe you wouldn't like a guy like Bobby, but he's a person that talks more about food and health than anything else. So I think that's cool. So we'll get it taken care of. You'll be healthier in 4 years from now than you are now, and you look very healthy to me. By the way.
Right, brother.
Thank you. Go ahead.
What do you have for
Mr.
President
Trump, my biggest concern is the future and the future generation,
Right.
my kids' generation.
Yeah.
A lot of people are worried that attaining the American dream at this point in time and in the near future is going to be unattainable for this upcoming generation, which I have kids that are part of that generation.
How many kids you have?
I have two, a 17 and an 18-year-old.
Good.
Now, I believe one of the biggest hurdles we have when it comes to attaining that American dream is overtaxation.
Yeah.
When it comes to federal taxes,
Right.
I know we're going to bring back, I'm sure you're going to start back up the pipeline,
Right.
the Keystone Pipeline,
In 2 minutes.
which is going to generate an abundance of revenue. Right. Also, with the tariffs that you've spoken of. So my question is, with all this extra revenue we're going to be bringing into the country, so do you believe at some point in time we could find a way, once the country's back on its feet and getting enough revenue and paid off our debt, do you think it's possible to find a way to eliminate federal taxes?
There is a way.
And how do you feel about
You know, in the old days, when we were a smart country, in the 1890s and all, this is when the country was relatively the richest it ever was. It had all taxes. It didn't have an income tax. Okay? Now we have income taxes, and we have people that are dying. They're paying tax, and they don't have the money to pay the tax. No. In the old days, 1890, 1880, we had so much money, they had to set up committees, blue ribbon committees, how to spend our wealth. We had no idea how to spend it with so much money. Then we went to the income tax system, and the rest is sort of history. But no, there is a way. I mean, if what I'm planning comes out, it's a great question, by the way.
Everyone could attain the
pretty
American
sophisticated cat, you know.
Everyone could attain the American dream if it wasn't for the high cost, the burden of high taxes, and we're taxed at every step of the way.
Yeah.
When we make it, when
And
we spend
regulations. And regulations. So I cut more regulations in 4 years than any other president by 4 times. Yeah, let's go. You would ask one question.
Yeah, it's really gonna help this guy out when he cuts regulations, dude. or taxes for the extremely wealthy. Maybe he'll get $5 in return. You know what I mean? He might get like $5 back at the end of the month. Meanwhile, fucking billionaires are just doing tricks. Okay, they're doing trick shots, 360 no scope, getting fucking. I don't even know how much you can lower billionaires' tax rate at this point. Like, they already pay like 0.07%. Like, what is 0.01 extra percent at this point? Like, what do you mean? It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say about this shit. Like, oh, it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. What do you do? What do you fucking do? What do you do at this point? Give them money back? We already do. It's called subsidies for the corporations that they fucking inevitably take out in the form of profits. Like, that's what subsidies are. We are already paying for their bottom line. Ay, ay, ay. Bro, I'm literally from the Bronx. I'm from New York City. I'm not lying. The barbershop really gives out the worst pays. They fucked my brothers up before his high school graduation. I can tell. I can tell from what I'm currently listening to.
What is one thing that you probably feel like you didn't do in your first term that you feel like you could do better now?
I'll tell you the one thing, because I did, look, we had the best economy with the best border. We had so I did a lot of good stuff. Rebuilt the military. It's all about people. I got to get the right people. When I went there, I won 92% of the presidents, 92% for the whole history of our country were politicians. 8% were generals. No admirals. 8% were generals. That's it. That's 100%. 92 and 8. They were politicians and they were generals. General Washington, et cetera, et cetera. George Washington. Thank you. You're doing very good at that. I'm just going to sign this.
I got longer arms than you.
Yeah, you do have longer arms. So here's what we do. We take all of that and we come, and here comes Donald Trump down the line. And so it's about people. It's all about people. I went to Washington 17 times in my entire life. So I wasn't a Washington person. I was a New York person. So when I went to Washington, all of a sudden I'm standing in the White House opposite the Lincoln bedroom. And I said, man, this is so amazing. But I didn't really know too many. So I had to rely on people to give me recommendations for people, to run agencies, to be secretary of this, secretary of that, all big stuff. And I didn't know anybody. I had to rely. And I still did great. Look, we rebuilt the military. We knocked out ISIS. We did all these things. We did great. We had the best economy. We had the best everything. Everything was good. But I had some people that if I had it to do again, I wouldn't have used. Now I've been there 4 years, plus another 4 that I'm sort of there in a way. I know the best people. To me, it's all about people. You got to have the right people. We have the best people lined up. We're going to do a great job. Listen, so I'm going down to see the Wall Street Journal. If I had my choice, I'd stay with you for 2-3 hours because you guys are great. You guys are the same as me. It's the same stuff. We were born the same way. I grew up in Queens and all of that. I mean, it's...
Yeah. He was born and had the exact same experiences as these guys. Yeah. Just the same. Man, come on, dude. Come the fuck on. How does this even read in a room like this, where there's sitting in a room with a fucking billionaire, okay, fake or not, doesn't matter, okay, I don't know what his actual net worth is, but like, they're sitting in this fucking room and he's like, yeah, that's right, I have the same lived experience as you, Dominican man in a Queens barber shop, making fucking $45,000 a year. Like, born into a profound, in Bronx, sorry. Born in a fucking Born in a goddamn... Okay, my bad. I forgot. It says Bronx Barbershop right in front of me, okay? He said Queens, so I got primed about Queens. It's just... It's ridiculous. Spreading misinfo again, yeah.
I had a great father. I had a father who was a great guy. He was tough but good, big heart, big heart. And he was a construction guy, pretty much. And
he was a construction guy, pretty much.
Real estate guy. And I learned a lot from him. He was great. But I know you people so well without knowing you. I know you so well. When I walked in here, I said, this is home territory. And I really appreciate it. And you are fantastic. I bet he's a fantastic father. Take care of that guy, right?
Hey, we got time for one more,
okay,
Mr. President. Go ahead,
Mr. President, there are things that...
Is he a good barber, too?
Yeah.
Who's better, you or him as a barber? How long have you worked here?
11 years.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, make no mistake, Trump and his father, Fred Trump, literally were investigated, prosecuted by the New York State for refusing to rent out their properties to people that are in this room, that look like the people that are in this room. So that's like, that makes matters even more interesting. Like, you know. Lawfare! They've been coming after me even before. They knew I would run for president. They knew I would run for president. And that's why they came after me and my father. 45 years before I ran for president.
Did he give me a good haircut, Jim?
You gonna do it?
That's the master right there.
Who's the master? Is he the best?
Yeah.
He's the best.
35 years. I've been coming in 35 years.
He looks like a young guy. Good job. You did a good job with your boy, I tell you, right? You did a good job with your son, huh?
Great kid.
He's doing good. And you have other kids, too?
Yeah, I got four altogether. 2 girls and 2
All
boys.
good. I'll bet all good, right?
They're all doing great.
I can look at him and see that.
I doubt the girls are voting for Trump. Let's be real.
You all
I'm happy. I'm in peace.
Do they work here, too, at all?
No. One works with it in his restaurant.
Oh, good. What do you do?
I'm a real estate investor, and I own a restaurant and a bar.
Good. You look great.
You look great? That's a lie, dog. Look at his hair. Bro, this barbershop got the absolute fucking worst advertising you could have ever gotten from this entire fucking situation. It's like, I have seen only a sea of fucked up haircuts. Shit's looking like Yakuza side characters, bro. It's just like this is the type of haircut you see in like a 90s anime, okay? What is happening, dude? How did they find one fucking barber in the Bronx that successfully has created some of the worst haircuts ever seen? Maybe that's what he was going for, chill. I mean, dude, that is malpractice, okay? That is criminal negligence. You go to the barber and you're like, yo, can you give me the fucking guile cut? Okay? And also, look at this. It's all kinds of fucked up. They haven't even blended it. Like, I don't know what the hell happened here. But let me tell you something, okay? You go to the barber and you're like, I want the guile cut. And the barber says, yeah, no, I got you, fam. That's like, you can sue that person. Okay, you can sue that person. It's malpractice, dude. It's barbarism.
To the president, I gotta look great.
Bro, he looks like he got the haircut that looks like, you know, that Turkish barber in Germany that like will fucking freeze your head. That's what it looks like. It looks like a big ice cube. You know what I'm talking about?
Today, for the first time, but we all love America just like you, and that's why we're here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Really
President.
nice. Thank you. Thank you.
Great, Lawrence.
So I gotta tell you, if you've been watching Fox for years, I've been talking about the barbershop for years. And
oh my God. Okay, dude. Come on. It's a thorny issue. Honing on the legality of Musk's $1 million daily giveaways to voters. I'm just gonna fucking skip that. I don't really care. We already covered the far right Israelis gathering for a news conference near Gaza to talk about how they have to fucking how Gaza belongs to them and they're gonna settle it. I saw something, of course, very interesting about that article and the way that it's written. New York Times push notification comes in hot. Settler activists encouraged by Israel's far right. Gaza conference, wishful thinking made way to concrete plans. At a Sukkot-themed gathering near the Gaza border, settlers and far-right leaders outlined plans to reestablish Jewish settlements of the Strip within a year. Police blocked counter-protests from entering the event as speakers called for the voluntary transfer of Gazans and the redrawing of Israel's borders to stretch from the Euphrates to the Nile. This is why I was like kind of shocked. This is why I was kind of shocked when I saw the Haaretz article that like talked about me spreading misinformation and anti-Israeli sentiment. Because like they are a legitimate publication. Like they are a legitimate fucking publication. Yes, brother, you heard it. To the Nile, Euphrates to the Nile. Here's another legitimate publication from Israel, a fantastic investigative reporting outlet, Plus 972 magazine. Israeli settlers gather at an event near Gaza to promote plans for building Jewish settlements in the Strip. The event was attended by Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and members of the Knesset from Netanyahu's Likud. They actually coming after you now, or has it always been this way? Yeah, of course it's always been this way. What? What do you mean? When have they not? Anyway, it's I don't know, outside or somewhere. Who does Chatter mean by they? What do you think, bro? What do you think? Do you think he means Jews when he says they? Or do you think he means like legacy publications, or rather people with an interest of defending Israel? Like what are you doing? Why are you guys so desperate to fucking why are you guys so desperate to like extract some hidden anti-Semitism from every single person in here? Ay, ay, ay. Please, stop. Liberals not coming out against the use of pronouns. Yeah. You ever bust back at the ops? Have you ever seen Haaretz? Yes, I have, and there are decent journalists on Haaretz, and there are some that I do not fucking agree with. Okay, it's normal, but by and large, they are an outlet that is like significantly more respectable than. Answer the question. What? Answer the question, dude. What? What do you mean? Answer the question. You ever bust at the ops? No, I don't bust at the ops. How is Haaretz viewed within Israel? They think it's liberal bullshit. Depending on who you ask. It ranges from, in the eyes of the broader Israeli society, it ranges from like liberal bullshit to like communist bullshit. And when people say commie bullshit in Israel, they mean it. It's more of a pejorative. Haaretz is hated by everyone because if you're a right-winger, you hate it, and if you're a left-winger, you hate it. In my experience, most Israelis think of Haaretz the same way Republicans think about the New York Times. Yeah, kind of. That one teen you guest star called Haaretz fake news? Yeah.
Quieren monstruos. Furioso. Tiene que ser broma. ¿Cómo funciona eso? Ahora apesto por todas partes. Creo que nos echa para atrás.
How do you assault Jeff Nippert? He's one of the nicest people on the planet. What the fuck? Send me the clip.
So this just happened. Big Mike Van Wyck just assaulted Jeff Nippert in the gym.
What the fuck? Is he okay?
Jeff stitched a video of Mike's yesterday. Now I feel like I need to show you the video that Jeff made.
One of the science-based guys. Science guys really need to answer this question for anything. Why is it that you remain so mediocre, yet you know so much?
I don't need to respond to this, but Since he asked, using science-based training, I won natural bodybuilding nationals. I earned my pro card on the most competitive stage in the World Natural Bodybuilding Federation. I placed second in my first bodybuilding pro show, and while doing this, I set the Canadian record on the bench press, and I set a provincial record on the squat. I currently weigh 180 pounds at 5 foot 5 inches tall, pretty close to my natural limit given my height and my genetics. That's all besides the point though, because facts are facts. Information is either right or wrong, doesn't matter who that information is coming from. If the people with the best physiques had the most knowledge, why would C-Bum need a coach? He has the best physique on the planet, who could possibly know more than him?
That's the reason why this dude tried to kill him? What the fuck is wrong with him, dude? Like, this is the reason?
Pretty obvious that bodybuilding success comes from great genetics and really hard training, and if you want to make it in the IFBB, steroid use. I like science because it gives me more confidence in what actually works and what doesn't, because it isolates variables.
It's also weird because, like, science-based lifting helps people who take steroids. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you think steroids are? Where did steroids come from? Like, that's literally peak science-based lifting, okay? It's science juice. That's what it is. And also beyond that, okay, I don't like to throw the term around, but roid rage? Dude, this is disgusting, dude. What the fuck? Like, listen. You guys know I love Jeff. He is the strongest Hasanabi head out there. He is the best Hasanabi soldier, okay? But beyond that, he's also a fantastic person. Like, he is an awesome human being. He is just like an overall very nice guy. And this response to this other guy who was like rage baiting is literally in line with the kind of content that he makes.
Variables. If you trust a big guy's advice over scientific studies, that doesn't bother me. I listen to what big guys have to say.
That was the nicest response I have ever seen. Is there anything, and I mean anything there, that could justify something like this? Well, Mike, you got
dude, first of all, jail, okay? That's like, right? I mean, that's crazy. You can't just like fucking assault someone physically. Okay, he posted an update. He said, "Have you seen the video by now? I want to clarify the incident first. I just want to give you an update that I gotta see." Someone bicep curls for a YouTube short. Mike brushed by me and said, "Sup." This was our first engagement that day. I chuckled. Mike said, "Oh, things are about to get real funny," as he walked past me. Then I asked him, "What did you mean by that?" And I made sure my cameraman was filming in case he tried any funny business. Then he walked back towards me. He said, "Turn the camera off," and immediately jabbed me in the throat, and I fell onto the floor. Pure Muscle and Fitness allows filming, by the way. I stood back up, and he told me to never talk about him ever again. Then he jabbed me in the throat a second time. Then he turned to my videographer and pushed him against the cable machine. Then he walked away. This is the full story, and there's gym security footage to prove it. It's up to the gym if they want to release it. As of now, Pure Muscle and Fitness is still allowing Mike to train clients at the gym. I also want to say I really appreciate the outpouring of support from community and from other gym members. It is honestly making the situation a lot easier to deal with for me, so thank you all so much. I don't know why he attacked me other than that he really hates my training style. I certainly gave him absolutely no reason to hate me, and even if I did, there's no excuse to physically attack someone over a disagreement. My opinion is that this is the result of anger brought on by the clip I posted yesterday responding to his question about science-based training. Pretty wild stuff. I don't know if he's like allowing comments on his post or not, but the Mike guy used to be Drake's bodyguard and a former bodybuilder. I think it's like, I think it is actually fucking insane that he did that.
Buenas piezas, puede que descubra otro modo de defendernos.
Jeff also, for those of you who don't know, in a sea of like fucking weirdos in the fitness space, in a sea of like weirdos